The PRC is actually about the membership. They are the PRC, and without them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. We had a great turnout. Went really well.
Well, the goal, first of all, is to recharge our energies, to meet, to share the struggles, and to make sure that we share the victories as well as the challenges. So it's really like a big family coming together at the PRC. We're doing some amazing things, and we face some really tough challenges ahead, but together in the room, the energy is just incredible.
Well, it's important to be active in your union, just not at the bargaining table. Membership always has to be engaged, because it's also the work we do within our community is so important. Advocacy at the grassroots will make the changes that are required to support working people all across Canada.
It's very empowering just to hear the speakers. It's very inspirational, just learning, and it's very passionate. And I love that too. That's me as well as an individual. So just hearing what everybody else is incorporating within the union and Unifor, it's awesome.
It's always great to get in here and meet people, and you get different ideas from different presidents and delegates. The young workers they have a fresh look on the labor movement in their areas and stuff. I work out of the school system, so we're fighting Danielle Smith in Alberta. We're a very large union that any local needs help doing any certain thing, there's people here that have the capacity to come and help you and the expertise to come and help you and do it in a pro-union, positive manner.
The anti-scab legislation, like me being on the bargaining committee here, we deal with an employer, huge corporate employer. There was already trailer setups and lots of talk about who's coming in to work. And so, just like everybody else here, we need to have legislation, in order to ensure us fair bargaining.
We're going to be discussing recommendation number 5. Unifor Prairie Regional Locals continue to work with the PRC on a campaign to improve organizing laws in each province, and that Prairie Regional Locals continue to work hard cultivating and identifying organizing opportunities in conjunction with our organizing department to achieve continued growth across all Prairie provinces.
Card check is critical, absolutely critical to organizing. And in British Columbia, just to share a statistic with you, we haven't finished crunching the numbers yet. Well, we got card check about a year ago. And when we got that card check, we got the statistics this year from how many new workers were organized in British Columbia in the last year. Guess. 9,000 new workers were organized in British Columbia in the last year. So let's get an organizing culture and let's build this union, and we'll triple the size of this room in a few years. Thank you very much.
I'm from Calgary. This year alone, in 2023, we had a 22% increase in rent. However, wages across Canada averaged only at about a 3% increase. So when you look at that, we're not actually getting raises. We're not even breaking even at that point. As unions, we should be bargaining for the common good, not just those covered by collective agreements, but for the community as a whole. And so it's this boldness that I think that will rebuild the union's relevancy and power and drive future organizing events. That is all. Thank you.
May 5th is about MMIWG2S awareness. In Saskatchewan right now, there is a landfill search going on for a missing young woman. And in Winnipeg, there's 3. We haven't started the search there yet. We have to keep looking. I don't believe the 3 women in a landfill are the only ones.
Drag the Red is a community volunteer organization in Manitoba, founded in 2014, as Gina talked about. It came about after the body of Tina Fontaine was found on the river. A 15-year-old Indigenous teenager. Drag the Red searches for bodies and evidence of missing people along the Red River in Manitoba. We know Unifor donated the boat, I think it was 2021, to the Drag the Red organization, which itself is full of wonderful volunteers, but they still need more funding. I'd like to put forth a motion that the PRC covers the cost of fuel up to $5,000 for the summer so they can continue their hard work.
Unifor's done a lot of work, and I got to say I'm really proud of our union. I'm proud of our members, that anytime I call and ask for help when I go out, they're there to help.
It's been a really busy time for the Prairie Regional Council. We fought one election in Alberta and we almost managed to throw the UCP out of power and saw more members on the ground than ever before. And then we moved on only a few months later into Manitoba, where we were actually able to work so hard and elect the first First Nations Premier in Canada.
And it's always nice to welcome Unifor members here. With the partnership working alongside each other, shoulder to shoulder, we're going to be able to do tons of great things. And I just want to thank everyone out there for everything that you do each and every day. We're working hard for your members, and I know you are too. Miigwech, merci, thank you very much.
We have some really good members taking care of stuff. We've got a great young workers group doing their thing. The PAC committee is going to probably be one of the busier ones with the elections coming up in Saskatchewan. You know what? The engagement that we've seen from the people out on the floor. I really do believe that we've got a great group. Yeah.
The Prairie Regional Council has been excellent at getting out on the doors. They were out in Alberta, they won an election in Manitoba, and Scott Moe's popularity is fading, and he's picked battles that ultimately he can't win because he doesn't have a plan to help workers in Saskatchewan. We're going to make sure the voters know that, and we're going to make sure that we are the largest force on the ground to help win this election for Carla Beck and the Saskatchewan NDP. We know that we have to win this election, because if we don't win, it's going to be hard for our members in the Crowns to get fair collective agreements. It's going to be hard for our SaskTel members to stop the contracting out. So just in terms of getting our job done at the bargaining table, we need a new government here in Saskatchewan.
Here in Saskatchewan, where we've won the last 6 by-elections, we're going to win by working together. We're going to win by doorstep after doorstep, member after member, and talking about the positive things that we can do together. The word solidarity is so important to the labour movement, but as I said today, it can't just be a word, it has to be action.
Our employers are growing in strength, in power, in resources, and to match them, we must do the same. It's an understatement really to say that this has been a busy time for Unifor. We're fighting hard on all fronts right now, as we should be, and as our members need us to be. We have continued to challenge the Bank of Canada's monetary policy because we know it's making everything worse for working people and their families right now. And we're having an impact. Nothing works in this world without us. Nothing moves without us. Nothing gets built without us. There is no profit without us. When we take on CN and CP and VIA, we will win. When we take on SaskTel, we will win. When we take on a fight, we bring the best of our union and our strength to win for workers. And most importantly, we do it together, always together. Solidarity, my friends. Love you all, and thank you very, very much for listening.